Hello, guys, and welcome back to me. Alright, I'm back after Christmas break, which I took way too long, and I recorded my podcast episode, and there's 3 loaded up in the shotgun barrel. But apart from that, I figured I'd come back here and do a diet hack video, since that one seemed to do well, and do some of the weirdest ones, which actually work. I've been applying them since I'm just starting my cut now. Hopefully I'm looking like it. Shirt's kind of tight, but got the rash guard too. Got to represent for my hometown. But these are some of the weirdest ones that I do that help out a lot, and you would never think. But anyways, let me just make sure this bad boy's recording. Okay, I think so. It's just my camera's kind of acting funky. But let's start off with number 1. Okay, go straight into it. First, start by chewing slower. Okay, seems very small and minute, but you know, if you pre-digest it, right, you get this stuff in your system beforehand, it'll help a lot with feeling fuller, right? If you get more food, like say, what's a good analogy? If I'm going to load up a conveyor belt full of stuff, right, and this stuff is way too big to fit in this little hole, it's like this big, and there's a conveyor belt loaded with big boxes like this. People got to shrink them down, break down these boxes so they can fit in that recycler, whatever it's going to, right? But if it's already folded pre-hand, good to go in there faster, it's going to fill up more, right? And that's how you can kind of think of your stomach, how bad of an analogy, that is. But anyways, you want to chew slower, get that food pre-digested so it can already go through your system and make you feel full. Okay, next we have using chopsticks, right? Kind of strange, but I've actually gotten really good at it. My girlfriend's Asian, Vietnamese, and her dad loves chopsticks. We actually got him some lightsaber chopsticks not long ago. And that, I've been using chopsticks myself. And I've noticed I feel a lot fuller because you're also taking more time to eat. Your bites are smaller. You can have more time to digest, right? Like it takes me to do all of my, not oatmeal, but let's say if I'm going to have some spaghetti, right? Weird one. But if I'm going to have some spaghetti, I'm going to eat it with a fork. I can, huge bite right there. I can eat a whole plate of spaghetti in like 30 seconds. With chopstick, it takes me darn near 2-3 minutes. Probably longer than that. So it's kind of the same thing as chewing slower, just eating slower, taking your time. And for our third one, let's do eat food cold, right? If you eat it cold, it has more moisture in it. This moisture can help you feel more full because if you haven't heard, I think I have it in here somewhere. Here, we'll start with 4 and then go back to 3, but chug H2O before meals. Okay, H2O being water. A lot of times when we are hungry, we're not actually hungry, we're thirsty, right? And you can kind of use this to your advantage. And if you drink enough water, your body thinks you're full, but you're actually just full of water rather than food. So if you chug a lot of H2O and water, you're drinking a gallon a day, you're guaranteed gonna feel a lot more full, right? It's a different type of full, but you're gonna feel a lot more satiated. And that's why eating food cold is pretty good, because when you're eating it cold, it has moisture built into it. And also, cold veggies have more micronutrients in it as well. So you're getting more nutrients, and you're also going to get fuller faster because it's cold. If that makes sense. It's like if I'm going to eat, say, cold noodles, right? They often retain moisture pretty well. Or cold chicken. Probably if you're eating like steaming hot chicken, I guess it has a bit of moisture too. But that's not about cold food. But I don't know. You kind of get the point. Like fruit, for example. Dried fruit's not going to have as much nutrients for you as much as cold fruit with some water. So eating food cold has helped a little bit with myself. Next, with number 5, we have salt your foods more. Okay? This is really good if you are getting up in the middle of the night with sugar cravings. You love sweets like me. My mom really loves sweets. So I think I got it from her, that habit of getting up in the middle of the night and snacking. She actually used to go through a whole jar of peanut butter throughout the night because she wouldn't eat much throughout the day, and then she'd just get up in the middle of the night and just, Mom, where's the peanut butter? Oh, I checked the garbage can, it's gone. So pretty insane. And I don't know how she didn't gain 500 pounds from it, but I don't know. It's not my thing. But salt your foods more. When you have more salt in your diet, this can substitute for sugar because it activates the same, is it neurons? I don't know. It activates the same response that your body would with sugar. So like you're tricking your body into having more sugar than you actually do. So salt helps a lot with sugar cravings. I personally, I like to have a lot of, I like to have salt in my water in the morning. I have like a little cup of water, maybe about up to this line here. And sprinkle just a little bit of salt in there, chug it, and then often tends to keep my sugar cravings at bay. But now for number 6, the last one, spicy food. Okay, interesting one. Not hot Cheetos, try not to do hot Cheetos, but if you like some chili flakes, you like to add some Cajun, whatever you like to add, if you can spice something up, this can also trigger that same sugar response. And I forgot what else it does. When you have increased spice in your diet, it can, your taste buds, right? When you're craving more kind of anything, it can kind of help keep that at bay. And your stomach takes a little, it fills up your stomach a bit more with not air. Like we know when milk goes bad, it fills up with air, and then that little kind of indent pops out. It's kind of like that, right? Your stomach is filling up more with this bacteria and this air, not in a bad way if you're eating good spices, but that can keep you fuller as well. So kind of strange that this stuff works as well as it does. But I also, before we get into the honorable mentions, I wanted to give you guys a quick little visual representation here, since we're about 6-minute mark. We're like, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through. I wanted to show you guys carbs. This video isn't all about carbs, but carbs are important. This is why I don't do keto, I don't do carnivore. I want to keep it strictly, I want to keep carbs in, because that's what keeps me energized through my lifts, through all that stuff. This isn't a sponsor or anything, this is just a visual representation. But understand your carbs. Your carbs are very important. So, what I have for you are 2 different carb sources. You can probably guess which one's better, but you probably can't say why it's better. So this banana, right? This is a complex carb, and this is a simple carb. I don't even know if it doesn't really provide much of anything. But if you look at the ingredient list on, say, some Hershey's syrup, it's going to have a lot of fructose, a lot of different bad sugary, a lot of bad stuff you don't want in your system. This banana has potassium, micronutrients, and we call this a complex carb because it has a lot of complex micronutrients in it. This provides you vitamins, a lot of stuff. This carb source doesn't really provide you with anything. So what I recommend when you are cutting or bulking is have a lot more whole foods and stuff with a lot of micronutrients in it, also being complex carb, being fruits, vegetables, just any of that different stuff. Doesn't mean you can't have some chocolate milk or Hershey's syrup every now and then, but it is also a very important thing. Now, to get into the honorable mentions, we have brush your teeth. Okay, before you go to bed, when you kind of have that taste in your mouth, and it's kind of a habit thing, you brush your teeth before you go to bed. What I do at about 8 p.m. after I'm done eating for the day, because I fast until about 11 and get done eating about 7, I brush my teeth at 8, and that seems to send signals to my brain that, okay, you're good to fall asleep and you're not good to eat for the rest of the night. So brushing your teeth and having that habit in and not breaking that habit, it's a big motive for you too, because then if you're really good at trying to keep your teeth white, clean, this can incentivize you to do that as well. Another thing is cold exposure. Okay. Weird enough as it sounds, going out into the cold can speed up your metabolism by over 200%. Okay, think about that. 200%. Okay, you can digest things way faster. I jump in lakes all the time in the winter when it's cold, when it's ice. If you see my Instagram or my shorts or anything like that, I do a lot of cold exposure stuff. I love it. I'm a Minnesotan, so that's what we like to do. And I recommend it for anybody. If you have ice baths, or if you just have a $5 bag of ice from the gas station, pour it in your bathtub, go jump in there for 3 to 5 minutes. If you're feeling daring like I do maybe 9, but don't go over 10 because hypothermia is not a joke. I've seen my buddy get insanely shaky from it, and it was a bad shaky, not the good shivers you should get. But anyways, walking more, everyone and their mother has probably already heard this, but right under you, propped under you, I have my walking pad, and then I have my standing desk right here, which is what my laptop, if you can see this right here, it's actually adjustable. I love it. My girlfriend got this for me for Christmas, so it was a big W. This has been helping me a lot with I get 2,000 steps in the morning, And I DoorDash throughout the day, apart from fitness coaching, and that seems to help get my step count up to at least 7,000. So when you're doing this, what do they call it? Low intensity interval training, LIIS. Everyone's probably heard of HIIT, which is HIIT, high intensity interval training. Low intensity interval training is really good for burning fat because when your body's not in a panic stress mode, it can burn more. And when you're not burn more, it can burn the right things that you want it to. It'll burn fat. It'll be more efficient at burning energy rather than if you have a high heart rate, you have more chances of burning muscle rather than fat. If that makes sense to you guys. And now the last thing before I go into my last little demonstration for you is protein first. In the morning, try to get your protein in. You're going to feel a lot fuller throughout the day. Front load your protein and have a good amount of protein left over that you eat at the end of the day. I recommend lifting midday if you are doing this too, because when you have good amino acids for your lifts and good carb sources through your lifts, you're going to feel a lot better, and you're going to be able to push hard and still do that throughout your cut to maintain the muscle mass. Now, for my last demonstration, after we finish this whole thing, I have for you what I think is probably the biggest game changer and what has been kind of going off everywhere is creatine. Creatine monohydrate. This is my brand I use. I use Optimum Nutrition. I use their whey. I use their creatine. I use a lot of their stuff because it's budget and it's good. And if you're a college student especially, I recommend this brand for budget and it has great quality protein along with great creatine. Creatine is kind of the same anywhere you get it. But specifically monohydrate. Now creatine can help with a lot of fat burn and it can help with your metabolism, right? So if you're someone that says you have a low metabolism, this can help speed it up a little bit. And it can also help with muscle growth and water retention in your muscles. So what water retention can do in your muscles is increase blood flow. And this blood flow can help increase your fat burn. And it can help increase your function. Your brain health, this is probably one of the best benefits. I've noticed I actually don't need as much sleep when I'm on creatine in a good way. I can live off 7 hours and 30 minutes every night. Most people probably live off less than that, but I try to be very healthy and get at least 8 hours. And this makes me wake up before that, not on purpose. So, anyways, to sum it up, I'm Ryan Godey. I hope you like this presentation I got for you. Please, if you can, this logo is to represent my brand along with my podcast. So if you like hearing me yap a lot, I incentivize you to check out my first episode of The Pry Bar with Ryan Goat. And if you're interested in anything else by me, I have an Instagram, and I should have a link for fitness coaching too if you have a need for that. If not, enjoy all my free stuff and keep getting jacked, okay? You got this. You're capable of great things. And yeah, peace out.